Hello, my name is Thomas Mick. I am the author of the blog CommonSenseToMe.com. This video is a recitation of my article, Restoring the Republic and Limited Government. As the American people awaken from their mind control and chemically induced stupor and realize the treachery of Barack Hussein Obama, the first reaction to his actions is to call it treason. After all, he's giving aid and comfort to the enemies of the United States, modifying the rules of engagement to ensure that our forces take the most casualties in the wars he continues to deploy the military to, and snubbed and betrayed our allies abroad. Sounds like a traitor to me. There's just one small problem with that assessment, though. You can't arrest a foreign enemy agent for treason. Obama hasn't even shown proof he's an American citizen, much less a natural-born one. He's a usurper, and everyone who aided him in usurping the office of president is a traitor. You must first have allegiance to a country in order to betray it. This spy never had the qualifications to take the oath. The million-dollar question here is, what are the people going to do about these traitors and this usurper? The military has been following his orders despite his lack of qualifications. Congress is afraid of the man, for the most part, once they took whatever incentive to look the other way, while the courts are blocking efforts to even present evidence of the treachery. There are just too many people in government that committed treason. For them to allow the truth to come out would implicate themselves in the crimes, for it runs clear down to City Hall. Wherever a globalist supporter sits in office or a bureaucrat implements unlawful orders and laws in contravention of the Constitution. The cancer that created this boil on America must be torn out by the roots and cast out of our republic. Are there enough Americans who value the true principles of America that are willing to risk all to restore them? I have written both a Declaration of Restoration and a Plan of Action that involves the people rising up and taking back what has been stolen from them. If you agree with my plan, spread it all over the Republic to every county and begin its implementation on April 15, 2014, turning Tax Day into our second Independence Day. In the age of Internet, while we still have the capability, we can restore America at the county level in mere weeks if we have the resolve. I am not advocating insurrection or rebellion against the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Anyone accusing me of such is either part of the problem or ignorant. I'm advocating the removal of oath breakers from office and replacing them with faithful servants who will uphold their oaths, while restoring the state of the Constitution before the international bankers and their corporations began swallowing up America. If we don't do it before Obama leaves office, and the Trans-Pacific Partnership gets implemented, we will find our task much more difficult and bloody. If the American people even care about independence, liberty, and opportunity anymore. End of article. I have kind of isolated myself the past 10 years or so. I've gone through a considerable amount of issues personally, and I've also had done a lot of self-examination during that period of time. So I really got out of touch with actually talking to Americans at the ground level. I'm mostly absorbed in my own little problems. But since coming to Montana and meeting some people here, and I've been conversing with a number of people on Facebook and other social media, I can see that there's a real hunger to get back America. Not everyone. My sphere of study was kind of unique to a lot of people, and I didn't do that necessarily to be unique. It's just where God led me to go. But I have a really deep understanding of the vision that our founders had when they created this nation, the sister republic, the vision that they saw down in the future that they never lived to see really come to fruition. And there were forces in government that actually really tainted it and worked to destroy that vision over time. Not just in our era, but in the era of the 19th century as well. But I can still see that spark of America in the people. I've met people here in Kalispell, where I'm at the current time, that I know they love America. They love God. They love the truth. They don't quite understand everything right now. The pulpit hasn't exactly been teaching it. But they know instinctively that what is not what America is. It's a bastardization and it's a takeover. And I'm just hoping that there's enough people left in this republic, and I'm having more and more faith that there are throughout the republic, even in such liberal bastions as New York State, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. I just know that God always keeps a remnant, and that there are enough Americans that still grasp the principles of natural law and of our rights and of our Creator to bring America back from this brink. And I'm going to do my small bit. I know I'm not a legislature. I know we didn't have a committee, that we didn't draft a Declaration of Independence. We didn't go through all the things that our founders did, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to inspire Americans to restore what we've lost. Not to create a new government, but to restore our government and strengthen it, learning the lessons that we've learned from the usurpations and tyranny that has come up, and strengthening the chains, if you will, on the government to prevent them from doing it in the future. And I don't see in government today, either at the federal, state, or even local levels in most jurisdictions, I don't see enough Americans inhabiting those offices of honor and trust. Our voting systems, our electoral system, has been so perverted that we no longer elect our representatives. Some local jurisdictions have better controls than others, but in the urban areas, certainly, I don't believe the will of the people is being expressed. That our leaders, including the president, well, the usurper that's currently acting as president, are imposed on us. They are sat in their seats by fraud, and that we had no choice in the matter, especially in the second election of Obama. If anybody can believe the American people re-elected Barack Hussein Obama, they're deluding themselves. Just look at the records in Boston, in the precincts, if you want to see blatant fraud. And that was repeated all over the country. But I can get a little bit windy, and I will stop this video at this time. But America, it is up to the people to restore this nation. And I hope that you have the will and you are willing to do so, despite the cost.